The story of a people is told best by those who live it out daily. And when the history of that community is informative, inspirational, and insightful, it should then be shared with the world. The Clio Exchange does that.
And a lot of the fellows who were older than I were going off to war. Many of them came back in boxes within a matter of weeks. And so we're a family. Black and white and red and brown and yellow together. We've got to work to keep the Japanese and Germans from taking, over. And eventually, because of the teachings of caring adults, no, we're all family. People of every race, creed, and color on the planet. We've got to learn to care for, protect, and defend one another. That's a joy. So
your sense of caring for the community to the point of personal sacrifice didn't just start during your political career. Ooh, you were aware of that back at home.
Well, I was aware of that because we used to have what was called Negro History Day. Every year in February. And my job, since I lived 3 blocks from 1516 9th Street, which was the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, I would be tasked to go around to Carter G. Woodson's place and pick up the literature that they wanted distributed in the black schools.
So you met Dr. Woodson?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, I was just awestruck when I got to high school and knew who he was, because I was just going around to get this man's stuff so we can come back and talk about George Washington Carver and Denmark Vesey, and we didn't have Kunta Kinte. I wish we'd had Kunta Kinte then, but the young people now have Kunta Kinte.
Had Marcus Garvey.
Yes, yes indeed. I did learn about Marcus Garvey, but it was Alex Haley who brought it really alive for me when I was the chairman of the first Congressional Black Caucus dinner in 1971, when for the first time 13 members of the Congress were African American. And I was the first congressman elected from the movement that Martin Luther King Jr. had led. And they said, let the preacher do the banquet because they know what to do. And we had Lou Stokes brought a fellow by the name of Alex Haley there to do a seminar on his work. 2.5 hours later, all of us were just mesmerized, as he had every detail memorized, and he laid it out there in such precise clarity that you knew that he was on the right-hand side of that bell-shaped curve. You know, all human beings of every race and creed and color have a bell-shaped curve. There are those on the left who can't make it. You know, they are poor, they are desperate, they are mentally impaired, and those to whom much is given, of them much is required, the least of these. And then you have that broad range of people in the middle who can make it. They can score, C, C+, B, B-, B+. But then on the other end, there are those A's, just outright geniuses. They see so much more than we see. And so Carter G. Woodson said, you got some over there too. I mean, you got a former slave who didn't have mother or father, but who was so bright that without education, he realized how you can make 200 uses of a peanut or George Washington Carver, and you can be like Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson, yeah, I mean the baddest dude on the planet, huh? He's just out there.